Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got some very bullish news for you guys. We got news that Goldman Sachs has reported that there's high demand for Bitcoin. And of course, this comes as no surprise because they are launching or relaunching their crypto trading desk. Also, we got some big news from the digital currency group's Foundry, which is now moving their Bitcoin mining operations out of beta into their full-fledged operation. We also got a luxury hotel that is accepting crypto. We have a former ambassador that is joining Binance's, if I'm not mistaken, their board of advisors. So lots of big news here, guys. I want to break down for you. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, heads up, I've got some great interviews lined up for you all next week. I'll be interviewing Ripple's David Schwartz, their CTO. I'm also talking to one of the folks at TradingView. So the TradingView that I normally show you guys on the charts and what they're doing for crypto. Also, I'm going to be interviewing the CEO of Anchorage, which just became a crypto bank. So you don't want to miss those interviews, my friends. Make sure you got that notification bell enabled. And friendly reminder, I have a free weekly newsletter. No spam, all crypto insights and knowledge, and it is free. So you can sign up for this newsletter, link in the description. So let's take a look at the market here. Bitcoin over $57,000, looking good. As we've been talking about, we are out of that correction consolidation phase. So you can see the move up here. We got, from the daily chart standpoint, we got our first red candle after a series of green candles. So as expected, nothing goes up in a straight line, and then we will keep going up. So patience is a key here. It's all market cycles. So remember the respective pumps that we've seen before with green candles. You have your red candles in the midst. Build support levels, then keep working up. So next target, I think, is 75,000. And as always, Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. Do not listen to fudsters or haters. Let's pay attention to the charts, the facts, and what is happening in the market. And Bitcoin moves the market at this point. We haven't decoupled. I hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, and many others, as you guys know. Now, here's the big and bullish news. Goldman Sachs says client demand for Bitcoin is rising. John Waldron, COO and president, said his bank is talking to regulators about digital currencies after recently relaunching its trading desk. So a couple things to uncover here. One, Goldman Sachs is of course now saying there's high demand, and that's, they relaunched their crypto trading desk. So that alone is bullish because they're the largest investment bank in the world. Second, they are engaging with regulators, aka dialogue and lobbying. As you all know on this channel, we've talked about the politicians and regulators in Washington, D.C. need to be lobbied the same way the traditional financial markets lobby them to get rulings and regulations in their favor. So that is a good sign, my friends. That is so important. And I think that's what's going to help get clearer regulations from the likes of a SEC. We saw the Token Taxonomy Act get pushed through by the congressmen and congresswomen who are pro-crypto, Warren Davidson, Darren Soto, and many others, Tom Emmer as well. So Goldman Sachs is seeing more demand for Bitcoin amongst its clients. In a report by Reuters on Wednesday, John Waldron said that while Goldman was regulated on what it could do, the bank continues to evaluate Bitcoin and engage with clients. Demand is rising, said Waldron, who is also the bank's president. The comments come as the bank relaunched its cryptocurrency trading desk with the intention of supporting futures trading for Bitcoin 3 years after shelving plans to do so. The move also opens the possibility for Goldman to pursue a Bitcoin exchange traded fund, an ETF, my friends. And let's be real. Out of everybody, if they were to put their hat in the ring, they're most likely going to get approved because they're Goldman Sachs. And we've talked about it on this channel. We've seen people from Goldman Sachs go work at the government, guys, the U.S. government. That's how in bed the U.S. government is with these large investment banks, because we're talking money here. And money talks, campaign donations, as mentioned, lobbying. So you guys know how this all works. So this should come as no surprise. So they're looking to pursue a Bitcoin ETF as it strengthens its push into digital assets. Meanwhile, the multinational investment bank has issued a request for information to explore digital asset custody. So not only do they want to offer trading, they want to offer custody services, and they want to get a Bitcoin ETF approved. Of course they do. They're not coming for a small share of the pie. They want the whole thing. They want the majority share, right? As I always mention, game theory, my friends. BlackRock is here, Fidelity, and many hedge funds and Wall Street firms. JP Morgan, of course. So Goldman Sachs is not going to sit by idly and watch your lunch get eaten. So put your thinking cap on here, your business thinking cap, and understand what is taking place here, my friends. And when you see the whales like Goldman here, you know new all-time highs are coming. We are still in a bull market. Obviously, I would say we're not even halfway there. We still got the rest of the year to go. And this bull market, potentially, this is not a certainty, potentially could go a little bit longer. I'm not saying it's going to last for 5 years, but it could go into 2022. You know, last time we saw the bull run in 2017, the bear market pretty much started in 2018, right? When it just started selling off, and that was because of retail. You had a lot of weak hands that were holding Bitcoin at that time, but now you have strong hands, people who are not selling, and we'll see what happens. But either way, you want to have a plan, know what you're doing. Are you cashing out? Are you lending to earn interest? Whatever it may be, just be prepared. Now, here's some big news from the Foundry, owned by the Digital Currency Group. I've been saying it on this channel for years. Bitcoin mining is going to become a macroeconomic battle, guys. And we're seeing Bitcoin mining is booming in the United States. States are offering tax-free benefits and all kinds of incentives, right? I've interviewed the mayor of Miami. He's looking to offer incentives to Bitcoin miners. Kentucky is doing the same. And the world's largest Bitcoin mining farm is being built in Texas. So Foundry ends Bitcoin mining pool beta phase, adds more institutional clients. CEO Mike Collier, if I'm saying that right, said his company wants to offer an experience tailored made to fit the needs of institutional mining companies. So Foundry's North America-based pool ranks among the 10th largest with over 4 exahashes per second of mining power, according to network data collected by BTC.com. An exahash represents a quintillion computations or computer-generated guesses at the cryptographic puzzles that must be solved every 10 minutes or so to keep the Bitcoin blockchain running. So CEO Mike Collier said his company wants to offer an experience of, well, they gave that quote already. Concurrent with the end of its beta phase, Foundry's pool has added Texas-based BlockCap to its growing list of clients. Using roughly 10,000 mining machines in Foundry's pool, BlockCap represents over 0.9 exahashes of computing power. In mid-January, Foundry teamed up with Minnesota-based Compute North to launch a 14,000 machine mining facility, also targeting institutional miners. So you're going to see just institutions getting involved here, not just buying Bitcoin, not just buying the ETFs, but investing in the mining. Guys, these are the cold hard facts. I know there's a lot of haters and fudsters who like to spread a lot of nonsense about Bitcoin. That's not to say Bitcoin is perfect. It obviously has its flaws. But as always, you got to look at things holistically. Its pros outweighs its cons. It is the brand, the door, the entryway into the market. It is not positioning itself as the fastest or the best way to move money, right? That has never been the case. It is, obviously, transactions per seconds are not great, but it's being used as a hedge, as gold, because it has the most scarcity of all the assets in the market. You think just 21 million, many have been lost, and these institutional investors are taking a hold of it. Companies are putting on their balance sheet. These are facts, guys. These are not opinions. And these are not stuff I'm just making up or pulling out of the air. This is what's happening in the market. Study the market, understand the free market, right? So this is very big. So here's an update. The past 6 months of growth puts Foundry a step closer to its ultimate aim of securing a spot among the top 5 pools, which has historically dominated by strictly China-based pools. So going back to my statement of a macroeconomic battle for the control of Bitcoin's hash rate here, guys. U.S. is not going to sit by and watch its companies put Bitcoin in the balance sheet, have China control the network from a mining standpoint. Now, they don't have full control, but obviously they've been at that 51% mark. But you're going to see the mining control get more decentralized, and a lot of it happening here in the United States. Once again, not emotions; these are facts. I want to make sure that resonates, because there are people who are going around spreading a lot of nonsense about Bitcoin when it's getting adoption by both companies, governments, and the U.S. is allowing the mining boom to take place in its respective states. And we're seeing states are offering incentives here, guys. So this is only going to keep growing. So big things ahead here. Now, some great adoption news. Luxury U.S. hotel group now accepts Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and other cryptos. Guests can now use cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, and Dogecoin to pay for bookings. So this is adoption. I know Dogecoin on the list is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. So Kessler Collection, a luxury hotel group in the U.S., is now accepting cryptocurrencies for bookings through payment processor BitPay. In an announcement Tuesday, the Kessler Collection said guests can now use cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, and Dogecoin, as well as the stablecoins USDC, Binance USD, Gemini Dollar, and Pax as a form of payment. For those wanting to pay with crypto, Kessler Collection hotels will send an email invoice allowing guests to pay from their BitPay wallet. Here's a quote: "This move will make it easier for guests traveling globally, both in time saved from going to a local currency exchange and in money saved with a lower exchange rate," said Kessler CFO Fravi Colazzo. Smart move on their part, collecting crypto, because it's going to obviously rise in value. So the money they collect, if they don't cash it out right away and they're hodling, will benefit them in the long run. And this is adoption. This is what you want to see as a cryptocurrency holder. The ability to not just spend it, but of course buy, invest, custody it. So both the on and off ramps being established here. Now, this is big news for Binance and just for the crypto industry as well. Former U.S. Senator joins Binance as policy advisor and government liaison. Baucus will guide the crypto exchange in dealings with U.S. regulators. So Binance, of course, we know has had some challenge. And what I'm talking about is Binance.com, not Binance.us. Binance.us is under a DBA. It's not actually Binance itself. And I think many of you who've been here in the market for a long time know that, right? Binance has had some issues even with China. They've had to move out of Malta. So a lot of issues, right? Because they've operated kind of outside of the regulators to a certain degree. I'm not trying to say anything bad about Binance. I think it's a great exchange. I've interviewed CZ, Binance's CEO, 2 times on my channel. He's a great guy. And I think he has a great vision for the market. But obviously, everybody's going to have to be regulated, AML, KYC, and I think this is the right move for Binance, because the longer they stay out of the realm of certain regulations, the bigger the target will be on their back. And you saw what happened to Arthur Hayes with BitMEX. This dude was talking a big game on Twitter. Now he's in trouble, man. The world governments are going to collaborate on this, and you can't escape anymore. So smart move by Binance to do this. So cryptocurrency exchange Binance has hired former U.S. Senator and ambassador to China, Maxwell Baucus, as a government relations advisor. The exchange announced Thursday in a press release it had hired a long-term government official to provide guidance and advice to the firm and work with U.S. regulators. The move could signal a shift in Binance's approach to the U.S. market, which it currently doesn't serve directly. Once again, through the DBA of Binance.us. And I forgot who executes the trades. It's not, once again, Binance.com. So this is a smart move. Smart move. You have to get in line now, because they're going to regulate this globally, and there's no hiding. There's no hiding. And ask Arthur Hayes about that. He thought he was in some Asian country hiding out. He got busted, man. He's done. So smart move by Binance here. Now, there continues to be investments into the crypto infrastructure and the companies building the infrastructure in the market. Crypto platform FalconX raises $50 million on the back of institutional adoption. Tiger Global and B Capital are primary investors in the latest round. They joined Coinbase Ventures, SL, FMR LLC, and others backing FalconX. And as I've stated on this channel, guys, I wish I was an accredited investor, because not only would I be buying the assets and cryptos and digital assets, which I have, but I would be investing in these companies. But alas, you have to be an accredited investor. FalconX didn't specify how the funds would be deployed, but if it's anything like previous fundraisers, the money will likely go towards business development. FalconX raised $17 million in May 2020 to finance several growth initiatives, including adding new infrastructure and expanding its product offerings. At the time, FalconX told Cointelegraph that it uses data science to provide a more competitive trading environment for professional investors. See what's happening here, guys? They're going to build out all kinds of products and services to align with what's in the traditional financial markets, bring that to crypto. I've talked about white glove service. I've talked about data analytics, all types of reporting and insights. These services are coming, guys, and this is a sign of how this market is maturing and where it's going. In addition to Tiger Global, well, actually, they gave that information here, but it looks like Fidelity, a firm that has ties to Fidelity Investments, also invested in this as well. So Scott Schaeffler, if I'm saying that right, a partner at Tiger Capital, described FalconX as a potential industry leader in the institutional cryptocurrency market. The exchange's growth over the past year seems to indicate that it is headed in that direction. FalconX claims that its net revenues have grown 46 times over the past 12 months. Wow. Driven by higher institutional demand for cryptocurrency. Amazing. Now, we've talked about the token economy, the digital economy that's coming, all of it falling under the umbrella of crypto, which makes it the greatest digital asset class, the greatest asset class ever, because it includes crypto, digital assets, digital currencies like CBDCs, and tokenized securities and commodities. And here, Jamaica, of course, is going to pilot their CBDC later this year. Every central banking country, you're going to start seeing, they're going to be, hey, we're going to be testing this and so forth. And of course, you guys have seen my interview with Chris Giancarlo, who's working on the digital dollar CBDC for the United States. I interviewed him a week ago. If you haven't seen that interview, you better check it out, guys. Big things ahead. I'm excited to see this market grow and unfold, and I have a macro level view, long-term view on it, and certainly looking to make money. I'm here to make money, but also I see the disruption. The same way the internet disrupted many companies, put many companies out of business who did not innovate. The same way crypto and blockchain is going to do the same to many companies now. So things are changing. There's a paradigm shift taking place. The genie's out of the bottle. The train has left the station. They can't stop it. It's now adapt or innovate with it or die. So guys, let me know what you think about this news. Obviously, the Goldman Sachs news is big. They might want to get an ETF going, and I think they have a strong likelihood of getting it approved because it's Goldman effing Sachs, right? I think we all know the power, the political power play and money they have. So guys, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Share this video. Hit the thumbs up button.